Today is the day. We're going to get the Christmas tree from outside inside. We have one on our garden terrace, and then for Christmas we take it in. We're going to get the ornaments and decorations from the attic. We need to do a little bit of Christmas shopping, not a lot, so we might go into town for a bit. I thrifted this outfit for Christmas this year, so this skirt was actually still with the tags on, so I got this secondhand. It's Zara, I think. And then I thrifted this turtleneck to go with it, and I feel like it's a perfect cozy, almost like 90s Christmas outfit or from like the movies. So yeah, I love my outfit, and we're just gonna do some decorating today. Wow, it's so sunny. So I'm just outside and I'm checking on our tree to see if it doesn't have like a bunch of spiders in there or something, because I don't want to bring in a bunch of bugs. I just want the tree. It's looking pretty clean. I think it's safe to bring this inside. It has grown a little bit since last year. So every year it grows a bit. So that's really exciting. I'm just creating some space in the corner over here so that we have room for the tree. It's here. So Ariane was like, okay, we're gonna grab it together, but then I didn't grab it at all. So here we go. There's some little bit dead pieces underneath, so I might cut those off, but it's looking pretty good. It has definitely grown since last year, so that's exciting. So I'm feeling if the ground is wet. Oh my god, there's a mushroom here, how cute. This feels pretty wet, so we don't have to water it right now, so that's good to know. Okay, so the next thing we're doing is getting all the Christmas decorations from the attic. Dad and his girlfriend gave Ariane these socks for Christmas. It's a picture of us. And Santa hats. The thing with personalized gifts is that, yeah, it's really funny, but when it comes to sustainability, like the only person that would appreciate this is Ariane or me, because it has a picture of us on it. So in general, I would recommend not to give personalized gifts, just because you can never re-gift it or reuse it, because it's only valuable to the person that it's personalized for. So yeah, it's funny and we laughed a lot when Ariane got this for Christmas, but I would recommend just getting like, not generic gifts, but like gifts that are not personalized, because then if someone maybe in a few years wants to resell or donate, someone else can still get use out of it. Whereas when it's personalized, no one can ever use it after you. So we just need to do a few bits for Christmas shopping. It's not for gifts or anything, but just for some things that we need around the house, like candles and stuff. So we decided to just go into town, see what's there. Maybe we'll check out some gifts, but we'll see. So we just decided to stop at a restaurant that we've never been before. So our goal is to go and eat at a different place every time, because that makes the town where you live feel much larger. So we ordered some Turkish food and we hope it's gonna be good. I did it all wrong. I did it like this, but if you put it like this, it just comes out. So, and then I made a mess and we had to clean. But it looks a great tea. Sparkly candles for the fireplace, because we don't want to make a fire every night, but it's really cozy to have some candles in there. So the ones we have now are mismatched, and that's fine, but just for the atmosphere I want to put in the silver ones. I like that they're all kind of mismatched in shape and size. And when they're on, I think they're going to look really good. So we're going to test that tonight. So these are the boxes of Christmas stuff that I still had. So I'm going to, of course, try to just make it work with what I have and not purchase too many things unless I feel like I really need something. But always just start with what you have. I feel like it's the best way. Tactic is I put a short string of lights around the stem or the base or something, and then I have these that are gold and also have lights in them, and I put those more in the branches so it should be lit up all around. For the colors, I have these sort of rose gold ones that have holographic glitter, you know, the one that make rainbows, and I only have one of these, so I'm hoping to get another one of these pale gold ones to add to that. Like, I don't need much because the tree is small. And then I have some of these that I thrifted, some of these, and some natural accents, so kind of like leaf. This is also like a pale gold. So I used to want like bright colors and stuff. Like, I don't know, like, you know, right now you see a lot of macarons and animals and stuff, but then I kind of learned, like I got a couple of those like years ago, but then the next year I didn't like them anymore, and I figured, like, I love gold and sparkly just in general in life. So I decided to just go for a more neutral-ish color scheme, but still incorporate sparkle and gold, because I personally like those regardless of the season. So that way I have a little bit more of a neutral tree and I don't get sick of it as easily. Because for example, my mom, she has like a burnt orange, copper, gold color scheme for her tree, and we've been doing that for years, like maybe 20 years or something, but we still love it. It doesn't look dated. It doesn't look like she has a bunch of old crap in her tree. It looks very beautiful every time. Like you'll see in a couple of vlogs, I always help her set up a tree, and it really doesn't matter that, you know, you use the same stuff, because it is kind of timeless and beautiful instead of focused on trends. So that's how I try to be a little bit more sustainable with that. And then, for example, like I mentioned, I noticed last year that I would like a few more of these. So I might go to a thrift shop or a normal shop to see if they have some of this specific pale gold color, because I really like them. And last year I just got one because I was like, I don't want to buy too much. Which was smart, because I don't need that many ornaments for this small tree, but I just need like a couple more of these, and then yeah, it's basically finished, I would say. Listen, if you're going to have a tree that you keep outside, it's not going to be perfect, but you just have to embrace that, because it's never going to be the perfect tree. But that's also what I like about it, you know, that it is a little crooked. Because this is just our tree. We have some mushrooms. This is also a mushroom. And some of these, some leaves, but like gold. So the theme is kind of natural, and then the colors are like gold, rose gold and stuff. I have this ambience on, so that's what you're hearing in the background. Isn't this the perfect Christmas living room? It's like in the mountains with the snow, the fire, cozy atmosphere, cozy couch. This is starting to look very Christmassy. I just said that I purchased a couple of ornaments that I didn't really enjoy. A couple of those were like a jellyfish, like a whale or something, so it was sort of like sea animals, and they were really intricate and stuff. So I got like 3 or something. And what I did with that is that I always keep the packaging, because then you can store it away without breaking it. So I actually regifted them to some people that I'm a little bit further away from, and we happened to do like a gift exchange thing, and they actually loved them. One of them turned out that they were like, oh, I love jellyfish and stuff. So if you really have some ornaments that you're sick of or something, maybe ask around if people around you want them, or if they're really nice, you can give them. Of course, the thrift shop. I got a lot of my ornaments from the thrift shop. So for example, my mom, her colors are orange and copper, like I mentioned. So I thought I wanted like the same. So I thrifted these kind of coppery ones, and then these orange and gold ones. And I still really like them, but they just kind of don't work with this tree because it's so small, and I don't know. So what I'm just going to do with those is I'm just going to give them to my mom, because obviously once in a while some break and stuff, so you don't have to throw stuff away if you don't like it that much. You can just see if it can be distributed within your network, or maybe even gift. Like maybe someone mentions that they would like a tree, they don't have time, like maybe get one of the small trees and decorate them with this as a gift. So my aunt actually gave this, like, is this garland? Like this Christmas branches to us a few years ago. She used them for a long time and now we have them, and I like that it has a story about it, you know, like I wouldn't have picked this up, but knowing that I got it for my aunt, I like it so much more. These lights were attached to the thing that my aunt gave us, but they're broke, and now I'm going to recycle them because the wire inside is made from precious metals, usually like copper and stuff. So they can be recycled mostly. So I bring them to the supermarket. They have like a spot where you can turn them in, and they will recycle it for you. So don't just throw it in the trash, these kind of things, okay? Okay, I'm going to put all these boxes away and then we can start talking gifts. Obviously, Black Friday has just happened, and I know a lot of people do their Christmas shopping at Black Friday. It never used to be a thing here in Europe or the Netherlands, but of course it flew over because it helps people sell, and it's not just one day, it's a couple of weeks, and people are buying things they don't need. You know how it goes. I read that including packaging, 80% of everything you purchase within a couple of weeks or something, or like within a really short time, people disregard of it, they don't need it anymore. And I was like, that's insane, because obviously if it's something that you use often, like for example one of my best friends, there's this specific foundation, like the IT Cosmetics CC cream, we both use it and it's almost never on sale. So she messaged me like, oh, there's a Black Friday sale for IT Cosmetics. Like that's something that she's going to use every day. Like she purchased that cream, she will use it every day. But if it's like an impulse buy, you're not even going to use it, that's just, it's sad because you're out of money and you don't even use it, and it creates more waste for the planet. But let's talk about brighter things. A gift can also be very sentimental. So my dad and I often give each other experiences. So like, for example, I gave him like a high tea at a special occasion one time, and I gave him like a wine tasting that was through Zoom because it was in Corona lockdown times. We would do it online, like learn about wine. He gave me like a trip to go visit my uncle who has his own camping site, so we went there and we rented one of the cabins, and that was a gift. We do experiences sometimes, but also, for example, this year my brother and his girlfriend have just moved in together, and they have all these trees in front of their house, and if there are trees, there are going to be birds. Like if there's some type of green, there are going to be birds. So they're actually quite interested in it, but I don't know a lot about it. And one thing that really helps with that is binoculars, because it helps you see a lot more closely, because the tree can be in front of the window, but the trees are like huge that they have in front of their house. So it can still be quite far away. This actually belonged to my grandfather. It is a pair of binoculars that he used for hunting, unfortunately. Like, I'm not a big fan of hunting, but he hunted a lot, so that's just how it is. My grandmother always kept the binoculars because my grandfather passed away very young, sadly. I never met him. And it comes in this like holding case. It even has the the description, it's in German. They were always at sea and always boating and stuff, in Germany especially. So it's like this perfect set, so it fits perfectly in here. And it's also really cute because it's like a little bag. Like, I would almost want to keep it myself, but Arjan has a pair of binoculars, and whenever we go out and he's bird watching, I just use his. Like, I've never brought this in all the years that I have this in my house. So I figured I will pass it on to another grandchild. So obviously I'm going to clean this up a little bit because it's so old, it's quite dirty. But I'm going to clean this up. I mean, it's dirty because of me, because of how I stored it. My grandmother would never let anything get dirty. And then to complete the gift, Arjan was like, you should give them a little guide about birds. And then he realized he still had this book, which is a very good bird book that came out a couple of years ago. A lot of people have this. And then this was inside, so it's like the perfect gift. And you know, a lot of people feel like it's like tacky or something to give something that's secondhand, but these are unused and this is sentimental and it's like an heirloom. So I think they will be very happy with it. So this is like the perfect bird watching gift, and the gift is that they can actually start being into that stuff more. So this helps them to get started with their hobbies a little bit. So I felt like that it's like the perfect gift because it's like sentimental and something that they have been mentioning that they actually like. And that's another tip, is whenever someone mentions something that they would want or like, I have a little note in my phone with everyone's name, and then I just make a little note underneath their name, and then when their birthday comes up or something, like I just look in there if I have no idea, and then I'm like, oh right, she mentioned this and this, or he mentioned this, or they mentioned this, and then it gives me inspiration, or like literally I can just get that thing, or I already have it in the house, or the experience that they like, and give it to them. So those are just a few mentions of a little bit more sustainable Christmas gifts, in the sense that if you pay attention to what people are saying and you get them something that they can actually use and not just have, then I think that is more sustainable. And of course, secondhand is good. Secondhand books are always great. Like I like giving pictures, like Arjan owns a pretty good camera. So sometimes when we're at events with people, we take like some really great pictures of them with the people they love. And then I will just get those printed, which literally costs nothing, like €1 or less. And then I just get a secondhand frame, a nice one. So I feel like that's always a great gift. Like if you have a camera, whenever you are with people, take pictures of couples, take pictures of people with their kids, take pictures of siblings or best friends, and then later you can get some of those printed and give them as gifts. And people really love those because, you know, people would pay to get photo shoots with the people they love, and then they just have it and it's like in a natural setting and just a memory of a good time also. So I think that's also really good. That's also a great sustainable gift, is something sustainable that someone can use. So for example, those metal straws, you have them in all these great colors. Like my friend has them in gold and stuff. I have like the original stainless steel ones because you have them for life. But they have them in gold and pink and colors and stuff, so you can give something sustainable like a reusable coffee cup or straws or something like that. Like you can look for an eco web shop. I personally use misha.nl, but that's only for Dutch people, so I'll put that one up. But I'm sure there are American ones or Asian ones or oceanic ones. I don't know how you say that, but for different countries, different parts of the world, I'm sure there are different shops you can use. But I always use, of course, a local one because that's also more sustainable. So that's also a good sustainable gift. Oh, of course, always try to shop local, from smaller businesses, sustainable businesses, or thrift. Or make it something that they can actually use. So those are my tips. I know I'm not a perfect sustainable person or anything like that. This isn't meant to be like, oh, I'm so perfect and you're not or something. It's more meant to inspire you to at least consider sustainability in a time of so much consumption, because it can really make a difference if a lot of people at least think about it. Now I'm going to pack those. So Ariana is playing guitar in the other room, so if you hear that, sorry. But another tip is that a lot of thrifted stuff doesn't come in a box. So when you try to wrap it, it becomes like not a nice shaped one. So I always keep shipping boxes from anything that I order or purchase, and I use those, especially if they're more neutral looking, and I put the gifts inside and then wrap it, and then you still have like a nicely shaped box that might be a little bit easier to transfer and to give, and it protects the gift a little bit more. So that's how I do that. Look how perfectly that fits. So we have the field guide and then the regular bird guide, and then this I cleaned the outside so it looks very good, and then inside are the binoculars that I also cleaned. It's like a really old one. I guess it's from Portugal. This is the type. case you're interested. And the brand is Lietz or Lights, because it's German. So yeah, I'm going to fit that all inside and wrap it, and I think it's a really good gift. This is it with the gifts and everything. I think it looks really good. This wrapping paper is a little sturdy, so it's kind of hard to wrap it, but I have one for my brother and his girlfriend, Arjan, and my mom. So I just need my dad and his girlfriend, my step siblings, and my aunt, and maybe a couple of friends, but I'll have to think about who is around, who I'm going to see at the time, so we'll see. So for wrapping, I know that wrapping paper isn't good. Better solutions are using paper that you already had. So for example, the stuff that I put in packages, like just this normal cardboard colored paper, and you can even like draw on them and stuff. You can also use cloth or real ribbon, because then you can reuse it for another gift. And I also got these Eco Christmas cards, and they are, no trees have been chopped for this, and they are made from leaves, and they use poison-free ink without wasting any water. So that's something to look out to as well. So another way to be a little bit more sustainable is to focus on vegetarian or vegan food, and home cooked food. So this is just a salad thrown together with whatever I had in the fridge, and I put some tempeh with soy sauce, maple syrup to make it taste nice. Here you can see it a little better maybe. And vegetarian food is a lot less damaging to the environment. So that's also a way to be a little bit more sustainable for the holidays. Thank you so much for watching today. So I'm going to pop on a Christmas movie, and I always paint my toenails, but not my fingernails. I never wear nail polish. Maybe sometimes for Christmas, but I'm going to paint my toenails with red sparkly nail polish for the season, even though no one sees it, but it's just for me. So I'm just going to watch a movie, paint my nails, and then have dinner. Oh, and if you do want to watch more Christmas vlogs, last year I did kind of a Vlogmas style series. So it's in the Christmas playlist. So there's one for Vlogmas 2023 or the Christmas playlist with all my Christmas vlogs. So you can watch those in chronological order. So if you want to see more Christmas stuff, that's there also.